Alright, that was a big mess up, goof up, screw up everything. Like I said, I went to, yeah, it looks like I'm back to normal with, I'm not jittering or anything anymore. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. Like I said, I hooked up to YouTube, and then YouTube went, let's change your settings to make it more effective with YouTube, and apparently that changed all my Mark's Basement Arcade settings for MGC. So now that's like all screwed up. And I hope everybody gets back. I gotta refresh that screen too. But yeah, just goofy. Everything looks good so far, I'm hoping. Yeah, that screen's green. Blah blah. That screen is back. So, anyways, thanks for chiming in. If you get back to chime in, like I said, the notification went down, and now we're 12 minutes past what we were gonna do. But yeah, everything looks like it's good. Hey, there we go. Hey, Turbo, what's up? What's up, Ryan? The tournament last night was pretty cool, I have to say. I enjoyed it. Met some cool people there. Some people I actually knew. Yeah, it was fun. I got home late. Me and Dave stayed and played a bunch of games, talked a bunch of stuff, and just had a blast. Everybody, yeah, it's a great group of people. Everybody that's in here, which is Ryan and myself. Ryan streams for Buffalo Pinball on Fridays at 8 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to put your stuff in there, Ryan, go for it. I have to resubscribe to MGC on my other computer. If I can find it. Use Prime Sub. Subscribe with Prime. And there, I should have something pop up. And let's see if that does that. There. Maybe I'll get a little thing that pops up on the bottom of the screen. I get a noise, I didn't get a little thing. But my stuff could be screwed up, and that's why nothing popped up on the bottom. Or maybe that's just for new subscribers, followers. I don't know. But anyways, we're getting to this thing. We're pulling out the relay board, scoreboard, whatever. We're putting it on there. We're going to start some work on it. We still got only 2 people watching. That's Ryan and myself. But anyways, yep. The tournament over by Dave's house was killer. I'm looking forward to the next one. And the next one. And the next one. And the next one. And the noise you hear in the background is my washing machine. And that chat box is in the way of my head. My head's big, but that chat box is bigger. Alright, first thing I do, anytime I ever tear apart a game, take the glass off, anything like that, I clear everything off the playfield. These are very rare caps to find. I bought 3 used ones. I think they were $45, $60 shipped. Second thing, it's all cleared off. What I do, blue painter's tape. 2 pieces. One goes on the lockdown bar. One goes down on the glass. Now I will write the name of the game. Because I've had, well, I got currently 3 games apart that are here. And I do not want to mix your glass up with his glass or my lockdown bar, vice versa. So I'll just write pool on here. There. Now when I pull them off, if they ever did get mixed up, which I highly doubt they will, I know that this is the lockdown bar for my start pool, or the customer start pool. You know, anything. Your ship ahoy or whatever. Now we can take the glass out. I think the glass, and it goes in my usual spot right here. Now you can't really see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's a good system. Like if you're working on a ton of machines, and sometimes I do put all the glass in one spot because I just want it to be safe. Like behind here I have this little storage door, and that's where all my back glass goes. It goes inside there, and nobody's going in there. I'm never gonna bump it. It's safe in there. It's out of the way, and I usually put my glass here because there's usually something here protecting it. But what was I gonna say? I'm sidetracked again. If you remember what I was gonna say, say it. But yeah, then we're gonna pop this up. I don't know if I'm gonna take it out or not. I might take it out right away. It just makes this board getting out so easy. That's what I was gonna do. Now I remember. Yeah. Am I lagging at all? Or is it just my computer? I'm out of the screen right now. Copy. And paste. Okay, good. Thank you. So I just looked at my other computer because I'm in front of it. And let's send that. There's a link right there. That's how to take the board out of the machine. If anybody wants to do so. I can't really show it on here. One, my computer sucks, so if I plug in any more than one camera and my face camera on the screen, it goes crazy. It literally goes crazy. It locks up and everything. Okay, this doesn't belong here. But this belongs to this. And usually on the board there are 2 or 3 Jones plugs, depending on how your game is set up. I'm putting those right there for right now. And I'm getting some cable ties. Yeah, every little screen on my thing, that's why you don't have the stuff going across the bottom, because that got all screwed up too. I don't know how it got screwed up, but anyways. So now I got to reset all that, but it really doesn't matter on one of them because he has the wrong dates for MGC, so I'm not even going to put that back on there until I get the correct dates. You know, I've asked umpteen times to get that fixed, and nobody wants to listen or fix it. So I'm just going to get the followers back right here on the bottom, and then that's it. I'm not going to keep asking to get the dates fixed. I feel the time the dates are going to get fixed, we're going to be needing the dates for the 2023 show. Alright. That comes out like that. As you can see, it's in really nice shape. And like I said, this will be at MGC for you to play or maybe take home. I haven't decided myself yet what I'm going to do with this game. It's going to get fully decked out. LEDs, EM Scorekeeper. So if you know anything about the EM Scorekeeper, you'll be able to try that out at the Midwest Gaming Classic to see how it works. Yeah, it's a beautiful machine. I really like it. Now what I'm doing is taking pictures of the Jones plugs and where they plug in. Yeah, you always put that one in a crappy spot. I'm gonna make sure my pictures are good. Yeah, they're good. There's usually 2 Jones plugs, 2 to 3. You have to unplug. 2 of them are like for the coin door, and then there will be 1 for the chime box. And let's do this anyways. Let's get that chime box out of the way. Chime box is usually 3 screws, and you usually don't have to remove them. There's the chime box. You can see it's kind of beat up under here, and then I don't know if you guys can see that really good. Right in this area, it's all full of metal shavings. So, yeah, there's the culprit. Right here. This one has the nylon. This one has the nylon. This one has no nylon. So it's been beating on that chime, destroying it. Let's throw that underneath there. It's out of the way. Alright, everything is unplugged. I gotta take a picture of that now. That's the power switch. I'm not plugging that one in the wrong spot. No, that's not the power switch, that's a knocker. I was like, this is the first time I've ever seen a power switch on the Jones plug. No, that's the knocker. I will show you what I'm talking about. There's one for the knocker. Way back here where my finger is, that was the Jones plug for the chime box. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? And then these were the Jones plugs I'm removing off the relay board. Those connect to the cabinet, like the coin door and stuff. So we got all these out of the way. I got my cords laying on top of the relay board. So now I just need my giant screwdriver to take out, it's usually 2 giant screws. Sometimes there's 3. This one looks like it's just got 2. Hope you guys like my shirt. I just got it Tuesday. Did unboxing on it Friday. So if you guys want to see that unboxing video, check it out. It's on Pinball Parts or Not. And then these are giant screws that hold that board down. There's 2 of them. And I will need my little ham containers for my lunch. Big things about the relay boards that you need to go through are fuses. I don't know why a lot of people just put the wrong fuses in EM games. Well, just not EM games, I guess every other game too. Another big bolt. Alright, we got that out. So let's switch cameras. Hopefully these are set up. I'm pretty sure I set them up. There we go. Oh, what's that stuff? We can't have these boxes here. These gotta go somewhere else. These are Pinball Parts or Not boxes. Those will be a new stream. Alright. This will go over here. I did modify my table. I put these 2 slats on it now, which will hold the relay board real nice. Yes, it's loose. And I always like to see what's underneath it. Sometimes you get surprises. And it looks like there's a screwdriver or something. Alright. Yeah, nice little screwdriver. Right here. I have to move my other camera so I can see. It's a nice little screwdriver. Alright, that's out. There's nothing of any interest in there. What's in the box? Possibly pinball parts. Ooh, here's a blown fuse. Possibly pinball parts. I'll probably do that one and put it up Tuesday. Nothing good in here, but this cabinet is beautiful. It's beautiful. Alright, I have to move my table. I can put my giant screwdriver back. Let's do this real quick. Get this out of the way. There's a big hole there. There. It's out of the way. There we go. Get this over here. Grab you. I'm always afraid I'm going to unplug stuff still. Even though I zip tied everything really super good together. Always afraid of that. What's in the box? I miss Ed doing that. Ed needs to get his butt back on so I can watch him on Tuesday nights. I know he's busy. He's got his personal stuff to do. But I can't wait for him to get back on and do his thing. I enjoy watching him. I enjoy watching all my friends do their streaming and stuff. It's like Jeremy watched you yesterday for a little bit. Like I said, I woke up late again. And I got my Arnold Palmer. Thank you, Dippin' Donuts, for this. This was a gift when I had delivered Hurricane. Oh, that stuff is so good. I could just slam the whole... You did visit Ed last night. How's he doing? Hope he's doing good. Alright. That there. Oh, somebody wrote game over. Alright, we are not going to vacuum this today, I don't think. Because I don't know where my vacuum cleaner is. What are we going to work on today? That is the question. What do you guys want to work on? Do you want to go through the relays? This here. You can't see this, can you? Where are we going to go? This has to... right here. I have some just nastiness right here. These two wires are too short and should go to this wire, which has the coin relay, which is just smoked. It's actually physically broke. It's got a piece of tape on it. These two wires need to go to this lug, and I will have to patch all this together. Luckily I got spare parts and relays and everything for that. Is that a dead ladybug? Yeah, it's not moving. It would have moved by now being in a warm house, but it was in a warm house. So I will have to fix this later. The only reason why later is because I have to dig out parts, and I don't have parts to dig out. The cord looks pretty decent. But what do you want to work on? His word... Whirl, oh, I get a bad word on that. Wurlitzer. I hope I got that right and didn't butcher it. Yeah, he's been posting pictures of a lot of his stuff. Okay, we can go through relays. We got two cool steppers here. What are they? Oh, they are greasy. Greasy, greasy, greasy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This, I'm guessing, is some type of bonus stepper. There is no name on it, and I don't remember on my star action what it was. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It moves 5 places, but it's got 6 spots. So that'd be spot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's got 6 spots. I don't know what it is. This one goes 1. Well, that was up already. 1, 2, 3, 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3. I'm guessing this is the player unit then. So it's going 3 spots. Player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. But didn't we do that in the head? Or was that ball count unit in the head? Yeah, we did. One, two, three. Yeah. There's 4 in here too. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Ball count unit. Right here. This is the ball count unit. Game over. Ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, ball 4, ball 5. Ball count unit. This one is, it doesn't say. This one does 4 ups. And this one, 1, 2, 3. And this one does 3. So maybe it's the 3 advances on the play field. I don't know. I have no idea. What else could it be? We figured out our ball count unit. Our player unit's in the head. And this is doing 1, 2, 3, 3. This one does 3 moves. I don't know, that's what happens when you don't have any stickers on them at all. They're both up and down steppers. So they're both full reset. And I don't see anything on them at all. Alright, has anybody got a preference on what we want to do? New preference. You got score motor, that looks good. Everything looks pretty good on it. The relays, it's either that, I'm just going to go through like what I normally do. Start on relays, do half the relays, and then we'll do a stepper, and then next week I'll magically have all the relays done and a stepper done, and then we will go like score motor and then the last stepper. So do we want to do that or not? Come on, you guys, chime in. Chime in. What do you want to do? Otherwise, we're going to be doing some vacuuming too. Come sail away. Come sail away. Come sail away with me, you guys. Come sail away. Come sail away. Come sail away with me, you guys. Hey, Kenny. No? Oh, have a great day, Jeremy. Thanks for stopping in. All right. Oh, this is just butchered here, too. So, what I mean is butchered. It was just fixed. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? We got 2 wire nuts here. Let me see if I can get this camera a little closer. Come a little closer. Don't be shy. Get a little closer with air raid extra dry. Let's turn this up. Oh, look at that. We got some of the stuff scrolling across the bottom. Oh, yes. Right about there. All right. That's good. Okay, we can see these and we can see those. So we can move this back a little bit so we can get to these better. Let's just do a little bit. Okay, we're going to work on these. We're going to go through them. Geez, I don't even want to do that. Because I want to fix them while I'm taking them apart. Let's do this. We'll go through what we can. I didn't realize these were all trashed like this. That we have 2 trashed ones and some wiring that needs to be fixed. So let's fix what we can. We'll clean what we can, and then we'll leave that. And then next week, I will have the parts ready to correctly put this back together. This is what I would call a hacked machine. It was working. It just we needed time to get some more wiring to put it back together properly. It's not really hacked. But I call it hacked because it's not original. And you can see these wires are here. And then we got, looks like a piece of speaker wire here. And then that goes to this lug here. And then we get another piece of speaker wire here. And then these 2 wires look like somebody cut them at one time. So we do need 2 coils for sure. And a lot of these are not even adjusted good. So this game was working when it wanted to. Very working when it wanted to. Alright. So that's what we're going to do, everybody. Let me get my Dremel. My Dremel and my doohickey. My leaf tool. First, we're going to Dremel all these contacts clean right here. And somebody won one of these. Yes. I forgot to. I think Steve did. I think Steve won the Dremel. I'm slowly getting a hold of everybody that won. And you're slowly gonna get your parts because I have to wait for everybody to pick, and as soon as somebody picks, I can send one out at a time. So this is a Harbor Freight rotary tool. It's a generic Dremel, but it has a genuine Dremel 443 bit on the end, and that we use to get into these contacts and buzz them clean. So they all work properly, and then we'll go through and adjust them. And when we're done adjusting them, I'm going to take all these screws out. We're going to flip this up so we can vacuum all under this whole area. And then we'll screw it back down. And then next week I will have all these coils, hopefully, where we can swap in good used ones or new ones if I have them. But I believe I have some used ones. I'm hoping I do. I'm hoping I have used new ones. But we'll see. They're both Z29 1250 and well, that's a Z27 1000, but it's got a Z29 1250 in it. So I believe I have one of those. Coils. We will find out immediately. So if I got new ones, I'll just put them in right away. Z27 1000. Here goes the Z27 1000. And a Z29 1250. So I will have to order more of these now. This is a good used one that I took out of something. So we will throw these in there as we work on it. I got a whole box over there too of coils I took out. I can't even get to it right now. So actually, this one we're going to replace. This one I'm going to hold off to because I think I have some really super good ones over in another project. I think this one I threw in there just to use as a test because I don't have any markings on it. If I had a marking on it, I think I would have marked it as perfect. This might have buzzed like crazy, but that doesn't mean anything. I can just sand these down a little good and it will be good, but I want to look for a different one. So I will put that by my computer. That goes there. Alright, this thing, we're just going to go between all the contacts and then buzz them clean. And those are clean. They are very clean. Okay. So this we can throw onto the side. Get it out of the way. Now, I think I'm going to flip those all over. If I can find my cordless screwdriver. Where did I put that? I just had it. What did I use it on? Oh, did I leave it inside the pinball machine? Maybe. Alright, do I have a little container to put screws in? Of course not, Mark. got a nacho cheese can. And we will need a longer bit. Do. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. That's perfect. Put that down there. Take this bit, put it down there. Take the long bit. Take the long way home. These last three have the big weird screws. Anybody got any questions? Everybody know that the Bengals are going to win today? That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing the Bengals win. Anybody got their opinions? The Rams? I think it's the Bengals today. I am gonna redo this power cord too. I will take the wire nuts off and put in a heat shrink and then solder them. We will do that. Alright, that looks good. And let's put this over on my, right here, get that out of the way. Let's move this power cord too. With those screws by the, what do you call it? Alright, that's good. I can get that, excuse me, out of the way enough. It will be coming out of there. Side cutter. Side cutter. There. Look at that. The ground came right out. You don't need to watch me fix these on camera, do you? Unless you need to. This is a great cord because it's so long. Alright, so let's get that screw out too. I need some theme music. That's what I needed, some theme music. Dun, 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 dun. I can't use Iron Man, can I? There, I need my little brush. All right. And we're going to do this. Why isn't this like long enough? Or is it going to be too long? I don't know. Well, I can always do this. That might work better. Okay, we'll do that. It's going to be loud. You know what I'm going to do since it's going to... No, I'll just leave it. Otherwise, somebody might come in and be like, what's going on? Alright. It's going to be loud. Flipped up. Ooh, you are stuck in there. We don't want to vacuum you up. There we go. Alright. Just look how dirty it is under there. It's just nasty. Just nasty. Alright, that is good. Alright, so we will take this off. We will put the new relay in that one. I'm not going to solder it up because I want to see if I can make the wiring long like it should be. But that is a Z291250, and that's what we need. Let me write that on my board. I have a whiteboard over here that I use for ordering parts. So I just did a parts order, and now I'm gonna add to it again Z29-1250. Alright. I should order another one of those, what is it? Z27 1000 too. I should. This is a brand new one. That can go in there because that will go with bags. These are pretty easy to do. You just unscrew them, which that one was kind of loose. Keep the washers in the exact same order. It's usually a big washer, a lock washer, and then a screw. This will usually just come right out. This will usually just go. Let's clean that plate off. I don't know if you can see that. Right in there, it's a little dirty. Let's get a little green scrubby. And we'll clean that off. If you're replacing a coil, I recommend cleaning that really good. Feeling it to see if it's jacked up a little bit, like it's rough. From like where if it was buzzing, sometimes it will like eat away at the metal and you'll have rough edges. Then you might have to altogether replace this piece, or take some sandpaper and sand this mating area down. And this one's pretty good. Let's take our new coil, stick it on there. Well, I'm not worried too much about this coil because it's right on the edge, and it'll be easy for me to replace it without unscrewing this whole assembly. This one's right at the end, so since I got this off, I can just unscrew it right now. Or otherwise, when it's down like this, I have to unscrew it, pull it off, and do it. But since we got it right there, I'm just going to do it. I want to make sure these are all tight too. Yeah. 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 This one I'm actually going to crack loose. Yeah, that was not even tight. I got to vacuum off the top of these for some reason. They didn't get vacuumed there. Now somebody was just talking about in one of the groups today about redoing pinball machines and stuff like that, and they said for EMs especially, do not touch it if it's working. And like I say, I totally disagree with that, because oh yeah, we are maxing out again. Maxing out my computer. Yeah, we're in the red. So, have you guys getting any issues with my streaming. So I hope not. It looks on my laptop, it's just all crazy messed up. So if you guys do see any pixeling or whatever, please let me know so I can try to adjust my OBS. That is loose. We're gonna fix that. Wood glue. Here we go. We're gonna fix that hole. Fixing a hole where the screws are loose. Keep the screws from spinning. Toothpick, needle nose pliers. How far do these go down? Not far at all. Let's take the tip off of this. Put that there. See, on my computer's just like so maxed out. Get there. Take that, get that like that. Open up the wood glue. Man, that was tight. Get my little sliver of toothpick. Dunk it in the wood. Jam it in there. So how's everybody's weekend going? Mine has been non-stop busy. The whole weekend. I've been busy. Worked Friday. Went out Friday night to Pinball stream. Saturday went and broke into what my bit rate is at. My computer's at 60% right now. My frames per second are at 6,000, and I'm in the green, but I've been popping into the red. But I've never had an issue until I tried streaming on YouTube, and YouTube decided to reconfigure my what do you call it? My settings. And it screwed up all my settings, and that's why you don't see the box scrolling on the bottom or my logo, because everything was maxed out, and when I went live, my computer just it was stuttering and shaking, so I had to quit the stream, go in and turn everything down. I think I'm at like 1200 something by 720, and I think that's okay. OBS settings, video bitrate. I have to look again, but I think it's 12 something. Get in there. It's 1280 by 720 or something like that. Let me see. Settings, click them. Video, 1280 by 720. Okay, that's what it is. I can't remember if that is the correct settings Dan said to use, but the only other time I had issues is when I went with two cameras. But like I said, sometimes my computer, even before, was flawless, and I'd never exceed my bit rate. And then sometimes it would just max out that day. Goofy. Bitrate is something else. Why don't you get me when you got time, get me a screenshot of what you are referring to, and then I can follow up with you and let you know what everything is at. That would work great, Dave. And everybody, if you don't know who Dave is another new YouTuber. Well, he's not really a new YouTuber. He has a new, well, not really a new channel. You just changed the name of the channel, Dave, or did you start a brand new one? But anyways, Dave, put your link up so everybody can see what you are doing now. Dave is going to be doing some really killer videos. Dave has a lot more expertise in things than I do, so Dave's going to have a lot more technical videos about mostly about solid state, I would think. I'm guessing you're going to do some EMs, because I just saw last night when I got home you were working on the legs of my old game that I sold you. You're pretty sneaky on that. Didn't even know you did that until I watched the video. That was sneaky, Dave. Sneaky. Every time I see solids and stripes, see, now my computer is locked up. My OBS is not. My laptop just locked up, and it went pixelated and crazy. So did it do it for you, or did it just do it for my laptop? I don't stream on my laptop. This right here is my iMac that I'm streaming out of, and then right here is my laptop. My laptop just went all goofy and pixelated. This is working good now. I'm at 59% for the CPU. My KB/S is 4511, 4524. So yeah, everybody look at Dave's Arcade. If you got the time, oh my, that is just so hacked up right here. Did I vacuum this off? No, I didn't. We have to vacuum that off. Here you go, Dave. Look at that. I just got to go through and clean everything off. But I just took them out of a tumbler the other day. It's a lot of screws, Dave. A lot of screws on that machine. This thing turned out real nice. I can't get rid of that ball roll out of there. This thing came out real super nice. All hand polished. This is the horseshoe that's on the very top left of the playfield. That's that horseshoe. Can you change your name back again, Dave? I know usually once you get 100 subscribers, you can actually change it. You're not at 100 subscribers yet, so you won't be able to change your name. Once you hit 100 subscribers, you'll be able to actually change that if you want to. Alright, we got that. So let's put these screws back. Let's get rid of my toothpick. We'll be using that again, trust me. Yeah, Dave, that's their gift for 100 subscribers, is allowing you to rechange your name. I think you can do it once, and then you're stuck. Look at that. We got a little overhang of solder right here. Get rid of that. I heard a ding. What was a ding? Something popped up on my computer. Oh, Dave sent me an image. That's what it was. I was like wondering, what is that? I forgot my computer and my phone work together. Okay, these are all good too. Like I said, today on one of the groups, I read that somebody said, if your EM is working, leave it alone. And I fully disagree with that. If you have one, if you didn't get it fully shopped from a trustworthy place where they do something like I do, you will need to go through the machine at least once, fully like this. It needs to go fully through like this in order to make it last long. Was this the screw that was stripped? Yeah. You do need to touch everything. Everything will need 300 kps's, 3000. I'm at, 46. Yeah, maybe I need to lower that. So I'm rocking at 46 right now. So maybe that's my issue, Dave, that I didn't know nothing about. So, yeah, I can't do anything right now. You know, once you're locked into streaming, you're locked in your settings. At least I think that one is. But yes, you need to go through a EM fully. I mean 100% fully we need to go through it. We need to fix that screw now. This is what I do with all my EMs. When I get them ready for sale, every single, well, I got dry clothes. Every single one gets this exact same treatment. Same with solid states, unless I'm selling it just as it is, as a project or something, or EM as a project. But I don't sell games that have not been gone through unless it's as a project. So if anybody buys this game, you can change midstream. Okay. Let me look at your picture then. And see if I can do that real quick. Output, okay. Settings. Output. Okay, yeah, let's do that. And you're at 3000. Ooh, that's way too high. Okay. All right, yeah, we're down to 3000. It says 3186 right now. What does it do exactly, Dave? What is that? If you could explain to me, what is that? Hopefully that fixes my issues. And that's what was causing his to lock up. Hopefully, I don't know, my CPU is, it's running the same, but the KPS is lower now. I'm at 57.2, 56. But yeah, if you can either chime in on here, Dave, or send me something later explaining what that does. That'd be so cool. Because I don't know nothing about that. Okay, we got this one here that's there. We're going to leave that. I'm going to fix this cord later. I'm not going to bore you guys with fixing a cord. I have videos on that. Speaking of videos, there's my YouTube channel, Mark's Basement Arcade. This video will actually be up there. If you are into this stuff that I do, please like and subscribe to my channel, and you will get more of this content. But we will go deeper into it. Unit time and stream is usually okay. Oh, so to lower the bit rate, the better. But is the video a little weaker then too? Is it not as clear? What was I gonna do? I was gonna get this. The green one? I don't know, that might have just to be one of those conversations we have on this side where you can go more in depth with me on that. I'm not a computer geek thing where I don't even pretend to try to know any of that stuff. I know some little stuff, but yeah, all that encoding stuff, I don't know. Okay, that. We can put those right there. Mounted and encoded for a unit of time and it's for streaming user reference. Yeah. I might have to call you later on. Alright. Anyways, so if you subscribe to Mark's Basement Arcade, I can move this camera right here into different spots to make it easier for you to see what I'm doing versus what we are doing here. I am going to loosen this one. We're not working on this one today. I'm going to loosen it just to make it easier for me to move them so we can work on them. Okay, it looks good to you. Thank you. Alright, that goes there. I'm going to put this over here so I don't roll it on the floor and drop it and have to crawl underneath the table. Yeah, there was no lock washer on that one. Yeah, somebody was in there. Luckily I got lock washers. Alright. Look at that nastiness. That's stuck on there. We won't worry about that. I'm just getting this dust loose that's around the cord. Because I'm going to vacuum this area now. Just this area we're going to clean. Get that clean. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Lower rate is lower quality but doesn't bog down the computer. Okay. My laptop is being a dick right now and it's freezing up. I'm getting tired of this laptop. It's like it works great and then I have to defrag it And once I defrag it, then it works beautiful again, and all of a sudden it starts running like crap, and then I got to defrag it again. Whenever I defrag it, it works great. Okay, this is the one-player coin unit. So this unit is here, where when you drop your, well, not really, when you hit the credit button, this will let the machine know if you're doing one player or 4 players. This one says something player unit. This is player up unit. So this one did 3. Okay, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess. And none of these are lining up good. This is on between 2. I can probably bend that one a little bit or rotate the board a little bit. I don't know what would be better, but I don't know if you can see the amount of grease that's on here. Yeah, you can kind of. Let's do this. There. That's a lot of grease. That's a lot of grease on both of them. There you go. Yeah, that's a lot of grease we're taking off. Especially, well, they're both. It's just way more than I like it. It will be okay, but it's way more than I like. Alright, let's just get rid of the computer cam. Let's take this. Yeah, move it here for now. There. But we can see these better. You don't need to see me, do you? No, you don't need to see me. Alright. So we're going to work on this one first. Why? I don't know why, but we're going to work on that one first. So let me get my juice, my wrench. I think it's a 5/8, 7/16, 7/16. Yes. We're going to get rid of these screws so I don't bump them and lose them. Put them there where they belong. I will need a screwdriver, plastics. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this screw loosened. And there's a trick to doing that, because if I put a wrench on it right now and try to loosen it, so you can see it's just turning on me. We don't want that. We're going to flip this over, and it's going to be hard for you to even see. But anyways, this gear that's right here, when I pull it apart, I will show you. It's got a hole in it that rests up against the main base here where I'm touching, and it allows, it's a stop for the gear, so when it spins back to its home, it's got a stop and it knows where the stop is. Oh, this thing is just stuck there. So we can get that off. And I need to mark this. And it's just so greasy. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to mark it. Marker right there. I'm going to clean this actually instantly because it's got so much grease on it, and I want to make sure that this is marked correctly. Yeah, okay. So I put a mark right here so I know this is on pointing up. But there's just so much grease on here. I want to get it all off just to make it easier for me. So when I keep going back and forth touching this thing, I'm not smearing grease all over my hands. And this is just naphtha. Not too bad. Any of you guys watching the Super Bowl today? I might watch it. Well, I might watch the halftime show. I'll keep chiming in until I can see where the halftime show is. So my friend from work is performing at the halftime show. Nah, it's not really my friend, but he kind of looks like Eminem, so we call him Eminem. So I keep saying, dude, I'm going to watch you on the halftime show. Alright, we got that cleaned. Let's get this cleaned off. This is just slathered with grease too. There. Now I'm a little happier. So I don't have to deal with all that grease on this one. Alright. And there's this hole I was talking about. Right there. And this is where I took my screwdriver and stuck my screwdriver right in here. So when I turn that screw, this couldn't turn anymore. And that's what we did with that. Alright. Alright, and we're right here, right? Yeah. No matter what, that thing's going to be in my way. Not as bad, though, right there. Alright. Little screwdriver. Like I said, I was a little prepared for this stream today, but I wasn't too prepared. I was vegging out a little bit today because did so much stuff this weekend. I kind of wanted a day to veg out and not do anything. And then I realized, you know what, you need to do a couple things because you're streaming. I didn't know how far I was going to get. So, what I did right here is I took this out of the way and put it out of the way. But this is so I can get all these parts off easier. And what do we do when we do that? I should have took pictures right away for you guys. Just to let you know that I still need to know what I'm doing. Even a seasoned person like me needs to keep taking pictures. Now this thing we're going to pull off here. We're going to count how many times. It's under tension, so do not let it go. You will rip a hole in your finger with that spring. We're going to count how many times it turns around. So we got 1, 2. It should do 3. 3. Yeah. It's good. I need a little something else to put my parts in. What fell? I wonder what that was. Alright. Got a little container here. Put my stuff in. Let me take a little screwdriver and you can just work this off, the spring. I'm actually going to be cleaning each one of these parts as I take them off because there's so much grease on them. I might as well just do that right away. That way when they're in there, they're done. They're degreased. That's just using a lot of the grease on them is it's a quick fix to make these steppers work. You get them to work, but if you don't really take them apart and do an actual deep clean on them, this grease isn't going to do much besides not make it work as good as it could. There's a washer here. This is the part that always gets me when you got the two separate ones. And that one. Alright. Where's my little screwdriver? There it goes. We're going to take this little C-clip off. Now I always recommend taking these off really carefully. Now you have this off. Put it in a little bag or something. Go to the hardware store and buy like 4 or 5 more. This way, when you do get lazy and you're not thinking right and you take one off and it flies across your room, you lose it and you don't find it, you will be so much happier that you do have one on the side. Now this is just full of grease too. And this, as you can see here, it is moving freely, but I can feel it's just a little sluggish. So we're gonna put a little naphtha on that. And this stuff right here, this doesn't need any grease on it. The nylon parts, plastic, you don't need to. I admit back in the day I did. I don't anymore. I didn't know better. So if you see any of my old videos where I did grease this stuff, you'll understand why. But nylon to metal, you don't need to. It's just dirty. I gotta get a Q-tips too. Yeah, clean out here. Tomorrow I'm gonna rest, but I can't. I'd love to rest tomorrow. I have to work on Wildfire tomorrow. I have to get that ready to go. I need naphtha. I have to start working on that playfield. That's got to be ready to go. There you go. WD-40, that bad boy. Just take it and just... Yeah, and you'll be working. I just cringe to think that people used to do that. And then they turn it on right away and poof. You get that one spark and you just light up that machine. And they're like selling it. Oh, the machine started on fire on me. I don't know why. And you look and everything's got a like coating of grease on it. So what's up, Board Dog? I haven't seen you in a while. Well, last time I actually saw you was Friday on Buffalo Pinball. I saw you pop in there. Otherwise, I haven't got to talk to you too much lately. Alright, that's clean. Garbage. I'm going to take a little naphtha. If I can get some out. I have to fill that up. I'm getting empty. I'm going to put some on this joint here. I'm going to work this. Just taking it easy on a Sunday, watching football later. What I'm doing is I'm flicking this back and forth as hard as I can. Because I want to get all that old grease out. I want to do this first so the naphtha can evaporate out of there, and then I'm going to put a different type of grease in it, a lubricant, on this piece because we want this piece to go really smooth as possible. We want it to be free, as free as it is like there. You know, now you see how it moves just really super easy compared to before. When I move it, it goes fast. Yeah, I don't care too much about football. I do want to watch the halftime show. That's about it. I just want to see if it's interesting or not since Eminem's going to be on there. Just to see if it's interesting. I don't know if it will be. Alright, this should pull straight out too. This is kind of... It's got some type of lubricant on it. I don't know what kind. Almost smells like some type of oil. I know all the stuff that I pulled off of here was super lube. That I do know. And this says super lube or something all over it. I might have to get my alcohol out. Look at that. I might have to get my alcohol out since I'm almost out of naphtha. I didn't think I was that low on it. I do have a big container, but then I gotta go over to the sink and pour it in there. I don't like putting any grease on this either. The shaft here, I will. That shaft will get greased because it goes through here. And that we want a little lubrication. I used to watch football years ago when Favre was with the Packers. I liked it back then. Plus, my friend had a bookie at work. And that made football a little more interesting when you had some money on it. But the thing is, I never won, so it made it less interesting because I was losing constantly. So I did it a few times and I was done. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm never winning anything. I don't know how to gamble, so I usually just don't. I'll gamble on pinball machines. You know. Because I know if I can't fix them for some strange reason, they become a great parts candidate. This will come up. Take this off here. Get that. Get me a Q-tip. Look at that nastiness. Okay, clean that all out. Put that there. See if we can get a little naphtha on there to do the rest. There we go. Yeah, I like that naphtha in a dropper bottle because you're never going to contaminate your naphtha. You know, because everybody always takes the big can and then they shake their rag on it. And if you need a little more, then you take your rag and you shake it back on it. And then what you end up doing is you're just contaminating your giant container. If I use that little eyedropper, I can put as much as I want on a towel. And then I'm done. I don't waste any. But naphtha isn't like expensive or anything. It's just, you know, the more money you save when you're doing this stuff is the more money you end up making. And if I just need a little drop in this corner here, right here, that's all I need. I don't need to soak the whole towel down and have it drip all over it. This way I'm not dripping on any of this either. So yeah, these my buddy Mike got these from Amazon. He gave me 2 of them. I got this brown one that looks like a beer bottle. That's my naphtha. And then I got a green one that looks like a oh, what the hell? Like a, what is it, Heineken beer bottle? Rolling Rock beer bottle. Looks like that. That's all nice and clean now. Degreased, de-oiled, clean. Alright, this is what I'm scared about right here. You can see the grease trail running off of there. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, dirty, dirty, dirty. Otherwise, this is really clean. Besides, you know, the little bit of grease on here. Well, I can't say a little bit of grease, except for the exaggerated amount of grease on here. It's pretty decent. There's even grease on this plunger. There's the plunger's been greased. Yeah, I'm not even saying nothing. But yeah, that's been greased. Magnet. Let me degrease the screw now. I can just feel it. Let's degrease the screw. And we're going to degrease this screw. Oops, come on. There. Let's see how bad the screw is. Oh, not too bad. Still was greasier than it needed to be. Light coat of oil on it. Right here. I don't know who did this, if the guy I bought off of did this or somebody else did this. But like I said, it's a good temporary fix. You know, you just got to keep doing this forever and cleaning it and lubing it, or just don't do that. Coil stops greasy. We're going to degrease the coil stop. Coil stop's in good condition. Like I say a lot, these coil stops that are on the steppers are usually in great condition. Usually. With exceptions sometimes. There's always an exception. All that whatever old grease is. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what kind of grease that was. But I want it gone. That's another thing we gotta clean out. Garbage. Just want to get this done before I clean that main bushing out of the middle, because I have to flip it in order to do that. But since I'm working on all these coils here, I don't want to do that. Alright, so let's get the coil sleeve that's been greased out. Let's wipe off the coil. Really good. Go through here. that grease out of there. Piece of tape. Tape the coil label back on. I fudged that. I barely got any on there, but I got most of it on there. Oh well. Brand new sleeve. Let's get that. That will go in there. That will go like that if we can get it. There we go. I forgot there's a little tension on there because we're flipped on the side. Get my degreased screw. Do you affix Scotch tape? That's all I honestly use. I just take a piece of Scotch tape and tape it down. I'm sure there's people that actually use some type of glue to glue it because it looks better. It looks like brand new then. But as I've told people before, I'm not restoring these games. I'm just refurbishing them. Making them so they work. Now the label looks good like it's on, you know what I mean? It's on, it's doing its job. But yeah, you could take some type of glue and put it where they, where it overlaps to hold it down like they probably did in a factory. I'm just taking Scotch tape and wrapping it over the side just so they like stick together. Get rid of that dirty screw. But another trick too, Borg Dog, is you know how you got these labels that are on here, it will say coin unit or whatever. You can clean off this area really good with alcohol and then get that paste glue stick, that's it. Glue stick like we used to use in like kindergarten or whatever, the big stick, and then like you would rub on paper and then you'd turn the paper over and stick it down. That's what I use for these labels. I just got a regular thing of glue stick and I use that. And right here, this stuff, just regular glue stick. This is purple for some reason. It doesn't really have a smell. But I'll take the label and I'll just rub it like this, the back of the label, and I'll take it and flip it over and then rub it right on there and it will hold it on good. If I had a label, I'd show you, but yeah, and that will stick that label back to that metal perfect. I haven't had one fall off yet. That's another cool little trick I learned. So I was like, how can I hook those back on? If I could just put some glue on the back of them, I could make them re-stick to the thing. And then I'm like, well, why not try glue stick? And I tried glue stick and I'm like, genius, this is perfect. Yes, yeah, it was delicious actually. It was like salty and kind of crunchy if you had some older pieces. But yeah, don't ask me how I know it was salty. But yeah, I knew a lot of kids that ate that. And what my favorite thing of doing when I was in school was taking Elmer's glue, the white glue, and then putting it all over your hand. And then your hand would be like white like that, and then it would dry. And then you could just like peel off your whole hand and it would have like your fingerprints in it and stuff like that. I used to love doing that. Remember the paste I had like a pirate on it, a pirate's head or something like that. It was cool. It smelled good too. That's probably why we ate it, or at least tried it. All that good stuff back then in the day, you could a lot of it you could eat, and it was delicious. Maybe that's why I am the way I am right now. Ate a lot of glue. I didn't sniff a lot of glue. Uh-oh. Shit. That is stuck in there good. Alright. This is a 9mm Craftsman long socket. It's the exact same size as the coil where the sleeve goes in. I'm going to have to go grab a hammer and see if we can tap that off. We can't tap it out, and I have to put another coil on there then. That's the trick. If I can't get it out, then I got to put another coil. I know a lot of people are like, that coil's garbage. No, it's not garbage. It's just got a coil sleeve stuck in it. Yeah, it's stuck in there. That's for damn sure. Let's do this first. There we go. I got it out partially already. Well, yeah, fingerprints, yeah. I do the whole hand too sometimes. Trick was not getting busted by a teacher, the art teacher. Don't get busted doing that, 'cause you get in trouble wasting glue. Like, we didn't waste that stuff to begin with. Voila. And see what I mean? This is just a perfect exact fit of a coil sleeve. Now, I don't know if my 9mm Craftsman, ooh, that thing is greasy now, is the exact same size as yours, but that's what I use, a 9mm Craftsman. Now this will come right out and go into the garbage. Put that back over here. And we will do this for all you naysayers. Oh, that coil's garbage, you know, it got hot and that thing stuck in there. Oh yeah, it might have got hot at one time. Well, let's ohm it. It ohms good. We're at what, 3.0, A22, A23 600. Do I have another one? I know I have one, but do I have another one that I can easily access? Here we go. Here's a A23 600 that I have, a parts one. And what are we going to ohm this one at? Yeah, same resistance versus the one that's on the machine. Yeah, a little higher. But it's also looped into the machine with the wiring. So that does change it just a little bit. But as you can see, they're both A23 600s. Hey, what's up, Pack Rat? Just working on this star pool. I was just showing how I got a stuck coil sleeve out and how a lot of people say that is garbage because it was stuck in there. And I was just proving it wasn't, because we just ohm tested it and it ohm tested out perfect. Well, we will find out if the new one can't go back in. But that came out really easy. Once I tapped it, if it can't, I can't get the new one in, then the coil's garbage to me. But I believe it will. It came out really super easy. I've had them where I had to beat on them with a hammer really hard to get them all the way out. And then once I got them out, and I put a new sleeve in, it went in real too tight. This one looks okay on the inside. It looks very good on the inside. It doesn't look melted or anything. Now that sleeve could have just been cooked in there a little bit because of all the grease. There we go. Slid right in. And then this. Perfect. Slid right in like butter. So we are set on that. But yeah, if that didn't go in, I'd be grabbing that other coil that I just put back, and we would be putting that other coil on here. That would be going back on here, the new one. But I ohm tested it, it works. It was just stuck in there. We got it out. Then we're... Yeah. You can do that too. Just make sure that drill bit is very close to the same diameter and you shouldn't have any problems. But yeah, I've never tried that method. Maybe I should try that method next time. Next time I get one that's real hard to go back in. But these coils are so... Look at this. This is an original coil from 1970 something. You know, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, the coil's bad. I had a machine from 1932, I think it was, 34. It was an exhibit contact pinball machine that I worked on that sadly I couldn't fix. But that had every coil on it was original from back in the day, which was crazy. And they all worked great. I couldn't fix the game because somebody pulled a wire out of the game and I didn't know where the hell it went. One wire completely out of the head from the Jones plug. Wherever it went through the head, they completely tore it out. There was at least 10 lacing parts that I could see where the wire was peeled out because all this lacing was loose. You can see how this is all tight. Well, they pulled one wire out so you could see where it was loose, and I don't know where, if the wire like came out here and then went back and then came over here and went back. One wire screwed up the whole game and I could not fix it. So that's for that. Sometimes people shouldn't be messing with machines. So I don't know what happened to that wire, if it burned up or what. Somebody was working on replacing it. Maybe the guy died, or I don't know. But the game, I cannot fix it. I couldn't find a schematic. If I maybe found a schematic, I could have figured out where that wire was going the whole time. And then there was other wires on it that I could see were taken off and moved around to make the game kind of work. But it never truly worked as the factory intended it to. Okay, this is my super lube. I say lube funny. Lube. This is my super lube. There I go again. Lube. In a pen. I like using this just for this stuff. Yes, the magic brush and the Dremel. There. I like this because it's very liquidy. It's synthetic. It's like the Super Lube paste, but this is liquid version of it. It lets me get way in there by flicking it around, so it's working all the way down into this joint because I cannot separate this to clean it. So that's why we soaked it in naphtha and then rubbed it off. Right here, I'm working it into it, and you can see it now. It's so free. It's moving on its own, and that's what you want it to do. I can't believe how many towels I went through on this game. Now I'm wiping the excess off of it. I just want just enough to lightly lubricate the inside of that. And that's it. There. There. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Let's get that clip on. And again with these clips, I can usually push them on with my fingers. But then once I get them on, I like to do this. Spin them. So if they spin freely, you know they're in the correct groove that they're supposed to be at. Alright. We got just about everything cleaned here. We need to get through on that shaft and clean the shaft out the rest of the way. Can't remember how good we got it cleaned. Yeah, pretty good. There, that's good. Alright, so let's flip this over. Let's clean this off. That is nice and dry. And I'll get my 3M scrubby pad. And we will clean it off. Actually, let's do this. We're only worried about this area. That's all I'm worried about. I don't need to clean any of this or lubricate any of this. There. I don't need to clean any of this or lubricate any of this. I'm worried about from right here to here. Cleaning. This is gonna go to about, what do we got, 4? So yeah, we'll do it right here. I don't remember exactly where it's going to. And like I said, I like using the green 3M pad because this, it wears away itself. It will not wear away the metal. We're just worrying about this because this is going to go here, and that's it. That's as far as this one moves. This, I put my thumb on it or finger, so when I'm cleaning it off, it's not going to ever bend. It will stay in its original configuration. This just feels greasy to me still. There. I'll wipe that off. And guess who forgot to bring the super lube over? Super lube, I got a new method for putting super lube on. So I changed my last method. Okay. That kind of looks like the last job right there. I put enough and then I scrub it in with my finger. And there's more than enough on there. There's enough to do this whole board plus another one. So I actually wasted a bunch. Now, I'll wipe it almost all off. Now there's just a very light film that's on there. That's what we're using. That very light film of super lube. Alright. Let's get back to flipping this over. Yes. Makes the spinners work good too. I like that little bottle for the spinners. Alright, now we will put a little super lube on here, the paste stuff I have. This. I'll put a little bit on my finger. Oh, that's more than enough. I'm going to go down the whole shaft with it. And then right along this part right here, because that's where it meets that. Just a very light coat. And this will get actually a little super lube on it too, because this is going to have metal parts riding on it. There. Let's get that out of the way. We don't need that anymore. At least we shouldn't. And then right here on the end of this, I'll put just a little bit there, because it's going to rock in here in this plunger. Now this, you get this groove right here. This goes into that groove. That is actually a stop. It keeps it from, you can see it, it's right here on the top, and it goes in there. It keeps it from spinning backwards. So we'll put it in. See, it stops there. Can't go any further. It can go forward as much as it wants, but that stops it, so that makes it its home spot. Alright. This will go on first. So we can get it in there. There we go. That will go on there. This will go on there. That will go on there. This will go here. Then it goes on there all the way down to the washer. I use my little screwdriver to push it down to make sure it locks in to the groove. This will go over here and hook into that. This we need to make sure it's down all the way. And we need to go 1, 2, 3. This goes onto the top, into the groove. Ooh, I just pushed it down and got it past its lock. There we go. There we go. That seems awfully strong for 3. Let's see how it stops. Let's check that again. That just seems awfully tight for 3. 1. Get back. Okay, that was an easy way to do it. Let's get this back to the stop. Push it down all the way. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, we're doing 3. It seems tight, but that's the way it is. It's 3. And we're going to flip it back up. We're going to take the octopus, the 2-legged octopus. Put that like that, and that. Now if you remember the screwdriver trick that we did before, we don't need to do it now because you're using that stop to tighten this down. And there, it's tight. Let's see what we got here. And then reset. And that's perfect. adjust this one. I don't like the way it's writing. These contacts are kind of like a part of a bowl, like a shallow soup bowl or a washer. It's very kind of rounded on top. Think of it like the bottom of this thing, and like from here down would be the contact. I want that to ride as flat as I can against this printed circuit board, and that actually helps a better contact because you're getting a fatter surface against a PCB, and you're not going to have as much pressure on it because it's not riding on a point like that. It's riding flat along the board. If you're riding like this along the board, you're eventually going to tear into it. The surprises so far was greased coil sleeves, a lot of grease on it. That was really about it. I had one stuck coil sleeve on here. This had a stuck coil sleeve. There was grease, some type of grease or some type of oil all over everything, and it started to solidify and keep everything from working correctly. But this unit right here works perfect now. And as you can see, that's full reset. These leaves, they weren't flat. They were kind of like on an angle, riding on an angle instead of being flat. If they ride flat, you're going to get this whole pad area of contact instead of just like a little sliver of the lip. But otherwise, yeah. I have, let me open this up. Hacked wiring right here, where this wire is too short, and then there's a piece of, looks like speaker wire that went onto this coil. This coil, the plastic backing is broke, and then there's like another piece of speaker wire here that runs to this coil, and then same with this, the lock relay coil. We got 2 wire nuts that don't go as far as it should, so I'm going to correct that. But otherwise, yeah, that's the only real surprises I've had. Otherwise, everything is going good. I haven't had any broken wires. The score reels, I did have a few wires that broke off, which were awesome because they broke off while I was playing with them instead of breaking off at another time. So they were loose, and I was glad they broke off when they did, because that allowed me to fix them permanently. So usually I manhandle all this stuff when I'm tearing it apart, because I want wires to break if they're loose. That way I can fix them. So yeah, on the score reels, I think it was 4 wires that I broke loose, which was great. Because like I said, now I know that they're going to be soldered on, and they're not going to shake loose during transport anywhere. So that's why, like with all these, I just, take them and push them over, and if the wires break off, perfect. Because I know they won't vibrate off then. Otherwise, yeah. This unit here is perfect now. Working like brand new. I just got to make sure the contacts are doing what they want to do. Yes, they are working correct. Full reset. Counting up like butter. Resetting back perfectly. 1 click. And we're getting that leaf to move and that leaf to move. So yeah, that's the only issues I've had so far. And then I will have to go through and adjust all these. Some of them weren't opening and closing correctly. Some of them weren't, they're not making the best contact. So I'm going to go through them and get them all so they move and brush each other. What I will use to replace this wire is I had bought parts off a friend, and he was parting out a whole machine, and I said, give me a giant chunk of the wiring harness. So he gave me like a whole big thing of like this. So I can pull that apart and hopefully use correct color wires to patch everything back in. And then I had a big bend that I tore apart, and a Superstar that I got donated to me that had all the stuff on it. The Superstar had almost everything ripped off the playfield that was good, except for like common relays and stuff. So I can use all that stuff to patch in these wires so it looks, you know, like it was never ever touched before. But I got to dig out a relay for this. We get a new lock relay here. I have to take these wires and extend them over to make them work. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put those back on. Even though we're not done with them, with both of them, I need them back on, because when we're done with this show, I need to get this board off and move it somewhere, because I have to work on my wildfire. So I have to get that done and out to the customer that owns it. So I sold that game. I need a lock here. But otherwise, yeah, this game it's solid. Everything on it is solid. A couple of these little wire fixes, a new coil for here, a good deep thorough cleaning, and we'll have that fixed. 2 cameras. Let's move. Okay, that's good. That's perfect. I need what do you call it? Are they in here? Coil stops. Right here. Here you go. Lock washers. I even got it labeled lock washers. I couldn't read it because I had it on an angle. Get that nut right here. I have to find a lock washer that fits on there. I'm going to have to go to the store and get some more. Those are clips. I got a whole bunch of these. I bought a whole ton of them. Those are hairpin clips. I think those fit Chicago coin. Yeah, it works there. So we'll have to get some more of these, whatever size these are. So actually, let's do this. Let's leave that out. So I remember, take that one out and put it in a bag and go to the hardware store and go buy some more. Those are like one of the most popular sizes I've been finding are missing. That's good. That's good. So like I said, we're putting this back together only because when I'm done with this stream, I'm taking this board off, putting the wildfire playfield on, and start to work on the wildfire playfield. And getting to work on that. I gotta put this here too because I have to add some more naphtha to it. Otherwise, this game is in awesome shape. It really is. It's gonna be a beautiful game. It's gonna be a beautiful game, and it will be at MGC. If anybody wants to come out to MGC, April 29th through May 1st. And you can come and play this game, and this game, it will have a EM scorekeeper on it for you to try, and actually I have to wire that in too. So I will have to get that EM scorekeeper out and put it on the side, because that's going to wire into the transformer for power. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And this isn't high tapped either. We're wiring right into it. You have to go through the relays, fuses. Check that. I do not believe this is the correct one. $15 amp, it's a slow blow though. That's a 15 amp, but it's not a slow blow. I want a fast blow in there. So it's the right fuse, but wrong rating. That's a slow blow in there. Otherwise, yeah, this thing is awesome shape. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's put those screws back in too. While we're here. I forgot I took those out. So we're going to fix that one. And then I'm going to fix that one. We're going to fix this one too. Yeah. We're fixing all of them. We will be fixing all of them. I forgot about them. Alright. Tweezers. How far do these go down? About the same. We got 1, 2, 3 at least to fix. We want to fix some strip screw holes. These aren't like really needed necessarily to be fixed. They just hold the wiring harness down. The wiring harness is basically held down by every component that it's soldered to. So it isn't like it's a big needed fix. But you know what? I'm there, so I'm just fixing it. We are going to fix it anyways. I'm going to put one in there too, because I think that is stripped also. And what I use for this is wood glue. The reason why I use wood glue, because this is wood. I don't use any other thing that's weird. You can use something different, but I just use wood glue. That's what I recommend. Like I said, because it's wood. Wood! And we're using wood glue. And that's a toothpick. I normally use these other... I bought these long Q-tips that are on wooden sticks that I've been using. But for some reason I decided to use Q-tips, toothpicks today. Q-tips. You need a rest mark. That's what you need. I was too busy this whole weekend. Oh, just way too busy. Now, this should screw in good and tight. And it is. All right. Now we're going to need to put another toothpick in that one. I'll put 2 toothpicks in that one. Since that's got wood glue in there already, I'm just going to put another hunk of... No, let's just put some more wood glue on it. Since I screwed into it already. There. figure out what that other screw is for. Okay, what did I take that out of? That I didn't replace it. Yeah, 2 extra screws. Well, I got one that goes to the harness. Oh, right here. Duh, 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 duh. I can see that needs wood in it too. Toothpick. I forgot there's one right there. Oh yeah. You know, I'll tell you something. Something that you understand. When I tell you something, that I want to hold your hand. Because I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. And when you touch me, I feel happy inside. More on your Beatles again, Mark. I get by. I get by. All right. Oh, we're going longer than we did normally because, like I said, all my settings on my were screwed up from streaming on YouTube with OBS. Screwed all my junk up. That's why my screen looks weird now. You get part of people running across the bottom. Ah, yeah, that's what I'm there. Yeah, like that. Yeah, Morgan Fairchild. Yeah, that's the ticket. We're gonna leave that one off. So I'm gonna fix that cord later. All right, I'm gonna fix that and then get the wire and fix that. So yeah, I guess I lied. I'm gonna fix a couple of these things off camera, and then do the rest with you guys next week. So I'll be digging out my stash of wire, running little patches over here to get this to look normal. So I don't want to sell it like this. It'd be different if it was my machine, but I'm potentially probably going to sell this to somebody at MGC. Yeah, but you never know. I might end up playing it and love it and want to keep it. And then we'll fix this one. We'll solder on the cords. And I think that's about it. And I got to go through and adjust these. We can check those out real quick. Let's do one camera. All right, can we get in there tight? Not with you there. You will have to go here. There. You can go through and check the gaps on these and adjust them as needed. I know you can't see this one, but I'm just going to do it. Oh, let's just skip that one because you guys can't see it anyways. What I'm doing is I want every little switch, when I move, I want it to react to the next switch and push or not push, close or not close. Some of these you might notice I'm bending them in areas you don't bend. The reason why I'm bending them is because they're kind of bent on a weird arch. And I want to take that out and put the correct arch into them, like this one. It's not like straight. Same with this one. This one can go here. This one's got a weird one in the middle. I want them so when they open, they're open, but when they close, they push the next leaf every time they do that. That way I know they're doing as intended. They're getting good contact. Like this one right here. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't. See, this is why I do all my other how-to videos. So yeah, right here. I have a correct way to adjust leaves. This one right here, it's touching, but it's not moving this leaf right here. Can you see it? Where my finger is? It's not moving that leaf when it touches it. So I'm going to bring it over, so now when the leaf comes in contact with it, it does move it. Like I say, you're seeing me adjust some of these on the top when you're supposed to adjust them down here, which is correct. Ooh, let's get that out of there. Big piece of like flux of solder wire. That'll wreak havoc in these games. I want some of the arches are off on these switches, so if I bend them at the base where they're supposed to be bent, the switch isn't going to function right because they're kind of off on how they should be. So let's just say either at the factory they were adjusted wrong and the leaf is not straight and it's bent, or throughout the years they've been tweaked. Incorrectly. So I'm just trying to get them all tweaked correctly now. That was a little too close. I want every leaf to, as they're open and when they close, I want it to touch it and push it like that. And as it opens, it's going to do this motion. So every time it touches it, it's cleaning a new spot. And then as it opens, it's cleaning that spot. So that's what I'm trying to get the leaves to do. Not just do this. So eventually you're going to get enough buildup of garbage there. It's going to touch it, but it's going to be insulated where it's not touching itself. So if it touches and then pushes it, you know it's cleaning every single time. And that's the trick with these relays in the leaves. You get enough into them to do that, And you're basically bulletproofing all your leaf switches. So they're always going to be cleaning themselves, and you shouldn't have to clean them for umpteen years. You maybe never ever will have to clean them because they always will clean themselves. That's the trick of a well tuned in, dialed in EM, is to have that done like that. So when it is up and working and running, it is doing it perfectly. Now I got all these done the way I want them. They're all opening and closing correctly. I like this one to move a little more. I'm very anal about this. That's perfect. Alright, I have to get back to fixing this computer the way I originally had it set up and liked my screens. But thank you all for popping in. If anybody's got a question, please ask. If not, I'm going to be done, and I'm going to finish up that little weird stuff on my own because that's kind of boring. It's going to take me a while to go dig the wire out and then cut the wire and patch it in. It's going to be boring for you to watch. So, plus it's going to take me a while just to get at the wire. But anyways, yeah, if anybody's got nothing going on, enjoy the Super Bowl if you're watching that today. There's going to be interesting stuff right here in the bottom of the video on YouTube. And I guess that's about it. Oh, and here's the MGC link. One more time. For everything you need to know about MGC, click there. Here's another one. If you are a subscriber or not, there you go. That link right there will teach you how, if you are Amazon Prime account holder and you want to join tvMGC, you can do it free with that link, and that helps out our channel if you subscribe to it. So I guess that's about it. Interesting things right here, and take care everybody, and later. Bye.